Okay, today I'm going to walk you through a division problem, 366 divided by 6. So I'm going to take a look and I'm going to say how many 5s will divide evenly into 3. So we say 0 because this number here is smaller than my divisor. So 0 times 5 is 0. We subtract, we're going to get a 3. Now here's where I want to stop and check to make sure that this number is smaller than my divisor. If it is, we're okay to bring down our next digit. Okay, so now we have 36. We're going to ignore the 0 and we're going to think, what times 5 is close to 36 without going over? Okay, I know that 5 times 5 is 25. I know that 6 times 5 is 30. I know that 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. That's too much, so we got to back up to 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, so this number times this number goes here, 35. Now we subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. You don't even have to write that down. Now, after we've subtracted, we're going to make sure again that this number is smaller than our divisor here. So now I can go ahead and bring down my next digit, which is 6. So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm ignoring all the rest of these digits up top. I'm thinking to myself, what number times 5 is close to 16 without going over? Well, I know that 3 times 5 is 15. So we're going to subtract and get a 1. Now that there are no more numbers to bring down, I'm going to make this my remainder. I just bring this up to make that my remainder. Okay, one other thing I want to point out to you, if there are 3 digits here, there's going to be 3 digits above each one of those digits to hold your place value. Okay, let's go ahead and look to see how we're going to do this with the area model. So I'm going to take, and I'm looking at my dividend. I have 3 places here, so when I draw my area model, I'm going to make sure that my area model has 3 sections. 1, 2, 3 for each one of these sections. I'm going to write it 366 just like this, and I like to keep it close to my lines here because you're going to be pulling up some numbers later. Okay, so outside here goes my 5. The 5 was your divisor. Okay, so we're going to basically do the same thing. We're still multiplying. So we're going to do 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract, get a 3. So check the same way. 3 is smaller than 5, so I go ahead and pull my 3 up. Now I have 36. So what times 5 is equal to 36 or close to it? We know that 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, we subtract to get a 1, check the 1. 1 is smaller than the 5, so I can go ahead and pop this number up to the next digit here. So now I have 16, so I know that 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract and get a 1. 1 is smaller than my divisor, so I can go ahead and bring this up as my remainder here. Okay, so I want to show you something in particular if you're on the milestone. Okay, let's say you know how to do the regular algorithm, and they ask you and they label it A, B, C on this model. Okay, what if they ask you what is part C? Or what is part A? So part A would be listed right here. Okay, so this part right here would be part A. Okay, then if they ask you where part B would be right here. Okay, so this is A, this is B. Okay, and then C would be your last part here. This would be C. So just in case you know how to do the regular algorithm for division, and they ask you the parts of the model, the area model, you'll still know how to come up with that answer.